What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, the Options Boss, sliding up on y'all. Hope all is good. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And I know if y'all anything like me, y'all anticipating seeing a futures market open up so we can get this money next week. But with that being said, guys, y'all know weekends is study time. Weekends is grind time. So before we get into the next grind, go down below, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and when I drop these Get Money Jewels, you get it right off the press so you could put it into play right into your strategy. First things first, the very next trading day. Now, with that being said, guys, today I'm going to give y'all my 7 stocks, my 7 best stocks that any investor should own in their portfolio going forward. So yeah, guys, y'all know me as the options boss, and that's what I do. I trade options. But that being said, you also got to have a good, solid, strong portfolio. So what I'm going to give you guys today is 7 plays. They're not speculative plays. They're reputable companies that are solid today, and they're going to be even more solid tomorrow. And that's why I want you guys, as well as myself, to own these companies in your portfolios. So with that being said, we're going to get right to it. My number 7 company, guys, is Twitter. Now, Twitter finished last week trading at about $71 a share, and they have a CEO that I really like, Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey is forward thinking and always thinking of ways to make money, and I think that's going to benefit Twitter, and that's going to make Twitter continue to increase. They've already jumped a lot since where they were, this time last year, and I don't believe that the run is done. They also have some things in the works where they're going to try to turn a platform into a bit of an e-commerce platform. And e-commerce is where it's at. It's increased the value of Facebook, with a lot of the Facebook things that you can sell on that platform. And it's increased the value of pretty much, whatever other e-commerce companies you want to name, be it Amazon, Etsy, you know all the names. So because Twitter's trying to add that, and because they have a great CEO, it's a company that I definitely want to own, and I want you to own too. And guys, one thing I want you to know is when you're looking for a company to own long term, you definitely want to get to know what the CEO is about. Because if that CEO is a forward thinking guy, sort of like Jack Dorsey, then you can expect that company to continue to try to find ways to grow and better themselves. And to me, knowing the CEO of a company is a part of doing due diligence if I want to own a company long term. So just keep that as a little nugget. And we're going to move on to our number 6 company. And guys, my number 6 company is a company called Docusign. You guys are all familiar with Docusign. They finished the week trading at about $212 a share. And Docusign really kind of came on strong as far as their share prices last year during the pandemic. And though a lot of the reopening plays are going to take over, I don't necessarily believe that Docusign is going to be a play that's going to be not heard from again. And I'll tell you why. Docusign has now established themselves, and I think they've made it easier for people to conduct business. Obviously, a lot of things get done business-wise where you're no longer face-to-face. And though some of that will let up, I also believe that when you're face-to-face, a lot of contracts will still be signed. A lot of things will still be done over the internet, even face-to-face. And with that being the case, people are going to be using Docusign to get these things done. So for that reason, I think Docusign came on strong, and they're going to continue to be strong. And it's definitely something that I would like to have in my portfolio. And of course, I want you guys to have it too. Now, my number 5 company is a company everybody is familiar with. If you're watching this channel, you know this company. And if you're watching this channel and you don't know this company, then I'm surprised you found this channel. But the company, of course, is Tesla. And of course, it starts at the very top like many of these other companies. And it starts with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is forward thinking. Again, Tesla finished last week trading at about $6.77 a share. And when you got a guy like Elon Musk running your company, this guy's forward thinking. He's not content. He's always looking for ways to make Tesla better, to make himself better, to make his brand better, and to make more money. And when someone thinks like that, if they want to make more money for themselves, if you get on that bandwagon, you're going to make more money for yourself if you ride that bandwagon. So yes, guys, you need to have Tesla in your portfolios. Now, I'm not saying to buy it at 677, but what I'm saying is if you see Tesla pull back, you definitely want to grab it. And the reason being is for all the reasons I told you. And on top of those reasons, you also cannot forget and cannot discredit the fact that with Joe Biden's potential infrastructure deal, as I talk to you guys about daily when I talk about electric vehicles, that infrastructure deal is going to make all electric vehicles more important going forward. So as popular as Tesla is today, you can multiply that times 5 and it'll be how popular they're going to be in 5 to 10 years. Tesla is a company you guys want to own. If you see it on a dip, you have the buying power, you definitely want to add Tesla. Keep it in mind, guys. My number 4 company is a company I love. It's called Etsy. Etsy finished last week trading at about $218 a share. And the thing is, I feel connected to Etsy because I saw Etsy kind of grow right in front of my eyes. Etsy was a company that last year I saw them blowing up. And last year being my first year really in the stock market, that was one of the companies that I identified early on that I thought was really, really, really going to jump. And Etsy did just what I thought they would do. They jumped up and they jumped up major. They're in the same field as Amazon, but not quite doing what Amazon does. But pretty much anything that you want to find, especially specialty things, you're going to find it on Etsy. And they're going to continue to grow. They came up big last year. And since the pandemic has kind of lightened up a bit and things have opened up, Etsy has not let off one bit. They're still going strong. They're going stronger than ever. Revenue is stronger than ever. And I feel like this is a play that one day Etsy's going to be trading at $500 a share. I'm not saying it's going to be next year or, 2 years or whatever, but I do believe sometime in the next 5 years, Etsy's going to be worth double what it's worth currently. And that's the reason why I really like Etsy. I think their growth is limitless, basically. So keep your eyes on Etsy. And if you have an opportunity to buy them, it's a great buy. I'm not even opposed to buying it at $218 a share. You could probably get it for a little bit cheaper. But that said, $218 a share is not a horrible price because it's already shown that it can run up into the 230s, 240s. And when, something like that happens, you can obviously take profit if need be. But for me, it's a long hold if you can get in Etsy. So keep your eyes on that. My number 3 company, guys, is Disney. Now, Disney finished last week trading at about $187.50 a share. And the great thing about Disney is unlike almost any other play in the essence that it benefited from the pandemic with the whole Disney Plus and how Disney Plus kind of blew up majorly. But at the same time, it also benefits from the reopening because before there was ever a Disney Plus, they were a major company, and that was a major company based off of nothing else but Disney World. And I guess you can include ESPN and things like that, but primarily Disney World. So with that being the case, when Disney World gets to reopen and gets to even, 80% capacity, plus you got Disney Plus and all of these things going on for it, Disney's going to shoot to new all-time highs. Like I said, it finished the week around 187. It definitely can run up into the 200s and could probably get to the 300s when everything breaks right. Plus, don't forget, Disney stopped paying their dividend because of the pandemic and how they were basically bleeding money. But eventually, when things work out right again, I'm sure Disney's going to bring back that dividend, which is going to make it a growth company and a dividend investor at the same time, a dividend company at the same time. And that's pretty attractive. So when you get a company like that, you definitely want to look into it. Guys, you definitely want to keep your eyes on Disney. My number 2 company is a company that very similar to a few other companies on this list for different reasons. My number 2 company is Square. Square finished last week trading at about $261 a share. And guys, I really love Square. Again, going back to the ownership, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square as well. And it kind of shows how forward thinking he is, that he's a CEO of 2 major companies. And that's pretty tough to do, but it shows that his determination and it shows how hungry he is for success. So Square is definitely something you want to look at because of the CEO, because of their growth during the pandemic and since the pandemic. I know myself personally, I use Square a lot, whether it be for credit card payments when I'm doing catering stuff, or whether it be for different things, involving friends and family, et cetera, et cetera. Square is a part of probably most of our lives. I want to say at least 85% of us use Cash App in some shape, form, or fashion. So you definitely want to watch Square. And the best thing about Square that I haven't even mentioned is, of course, you guys know they were one of the first major companies to really get involved in Bitcoin. And because of that, when Bitcoin benefits and when Bitcoin does well, it kind of benefits Square a bit. And that's great for Square because Bitcoin, as you guys know, I'm very bullish on it. And I expect Bitcoin to run, which will in turn help Square. And of course, I'm telling you guys to buy Square long, but I also have Square short term. I do have Square options going into this week. So because I'm the options boss, I got to give you all that nugget. If you see some Square options this week, it might be a good time to hop into a few because Square was really bullish last week. And they did pull back at the end on Friday, but I definitely think they got room to run up. So keep your eyes on Square. And guys, if you are interested in my options group, definitely let me know. I do give out my options plays weekly basis. It's a small fee involved, only $50 a month. And for that, you get multiple plays a week from the options boss. And as I always say, you get to be a boss with the options boss. So all you got to do is comment down below and let me know you're interested, and we'll go from there. But that being said, guys, my number one company that all investors should have in their portfolio is Apple. Now, Apple is trading at 132 a share. I think almost 133. Apple is a great company. It has a dividend. It has a lot of great momentum. It's going to keep going up. Apple is not going to go down. And they're still off of their 52-week highs, which means it has more room to run. And this is all positive news without even touching the fact that Apple has a great opportunity in front of itself in regard to the fact that they're going to do an EV. And an Apple car is going to come out in a few years. And that's going to add more value to the company even than what it currently has. So for all these reasons, Apple is my number one company that you guys need to have if you are investing. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit that notification bell. And guys, if you, like I said, if you're interested in the options group, let me know down below. I'll make sure we get contact info when we can go forward. But otherwise, you can always be a boss with the options boss. Guys, I'm a holler when I holler.